Hi, this is Jackie with Salutio. In this video, I'm going to go over how to make what we see on this screen match what we're seeing on the website. In particular, I'm going to place some emphasis on the colors that are here and how to match the key above. Um, in this particular instance, there are several calendar categories, and we're just going to make sure those match and can be updated since we're going to add a new category. Inside of Google Calendar, first we're going to um, click the plus. Actually, I think here we're going to go into the settings and sharing underneath the calendar category, and we're going to click on Add Calendar. We're going to create a new calendar, and the request here is this calendar category be called Archdiocesan or Archdiocese. I'm going to make it Archdiocese. I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Calendar. And then I want to make sure that this is public because it's going to be added to the website. Of course, there's a setting here for adding this for other people. So anybody that has editing access should be added in the spot to with the option to either make changes to events or make changes and manage sharing. Once that is created, farther down the page is an option where under Integrate Calendar is an option for Customize. Um, I know on this particular site, there's both the month view on this page, but on the home page of the site, there's also at the bottom, there's an agenda view of the calendar. So we want to make sure and make those updates in both places. And this is also information showing there. I'm trying to remember if we added saints on the month view, and I want to find that out obviously before. And the saints are there. So back inside of Google Calendar, we usually take off the title for the month view, and so we're seeing all this other information. I guess before I come to this screen, I'm going to take a step back and come back to that screen. Over here in the regular view, the editing view, here's where I might change the colors of what they're going to look like on the website. By default, this is my preference. It's not a requirement. I like for holidays to be in yellow and saints to be in this gray here. Other colors are available, of course, to use respectively. I'm going to make the Archdiocese one a flamingo color. So be sure to update these colors before we get into the settings and sharing and the customize option here. Again, I want to remove title and then down the bottom, make sure all the different categories that should be showing up on the website are selected. So one more note is that Saints is showing up on the month view, but it's not showing up on the agenda view on the home page. When all of these are selected and the colors are correct, we can still change colors here. It won't affect excuse me, it won't affect what's seen on this screen, but it is possible to change the colors here. Then, when all is good to go, we're going to copy this embed code. I'm going to double click to highlight it, right click and choose copy. Inside of the website, there should be, I believe it's an article called calendar. Okay, I see there's a separate calendar of Archdiocesan events, so maybe that's what you wanted to accomplish, maybe not. I'm going to click on calendar here, and under toggle editor at the bottom, I now see the HTML code here, and the task I would accomplish is to paste in that new calendar code. We want to look at the width and the height of the calendar and make sure that matches, because that way it'll fill the screen based on the screen people are viewing the site and also the height needs to be, we chose 1,000 pixels because I think it fits the screen well. Um, and I'm not having to click 6 more. I guess occasionally I might have to do that. So that option is added. How do we find out what these colors are up here? I use an extension on my Chrome browser called um, Color Picker, I think is what it's called. It's called Color Pick Eyedropper. I don't have it on this browser since I logged into a separate Google account. Um, the other tip I want to point out is that I can actually get the hex codes of those colors from here. However, that's going to be pretty complicated to be able to identify. I'm going to leave this information here. I'm going to go find where those colors are displayed here. And we might just put them inside of the same calendar. So inside the article, I'm going to just click Save and Close. Yes, that's going to put the calendar on this page a second time below it. We'll see it's just there a second time. But in this one instead also has Archdiocese, whereas this one above does not. Then finally under, I'm going to go find that color code. I went to extensions and modules, and then I typed in the word or the beginning of the word calendar. And this is location code calendar there. I'm going to grab that. I'm actually going to, and so it's adjustable via mobile versus um, mobile and desktop. So I'm actually going to copy that and I'm going to close this. I'm going to go ahead and unpublish that module and just put it all back into the same article. So content articles gets me back to this view. I'm going to go back into this calendar view, and above the calendar, I'm going to go ahead and paste in that HTML. It's going to take a little bit of detective work to match the color in the HTML is a hex code, so it's the number sign and then 6 digits, a combination of numbers and letters that indicate the color used. And actually, those 6 digits, so 3640 AD, 3640, 3460 AD should match. And again, this I realize this is complicated and totally understand if it's something you would prefer Solucio take care of. Should match the hex code of a color here. And maybe Google's changed some things since this has been updated. Okay, now if I remember right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So after percent 23, it's going to be those same 6 characters. Here's a color. FFF would be white. Here's a color. Here's a color. Here's a color. 711, 616. And I can just go back up here and see if that same number is there. So the trick is matching those, and then it's quite difficult actually because of the way that Google Calendar codes their information. It's hard to see. I guess I can pull in my color picker. Yeah, let me just do that real quick. I'm going to pull in another window. Under calendar, I need to save that article since I removed the other code. So I think the best way to match those, here's this color picker, and it allows me, it's an extension in my Chrome browser, and it allows me to just hover over the page and find the hex code So for all parishes, I might change that from what it is right there to this 536. I'm gonna I'm gonna copy that. I'm pressing Control C on my keyboard, and so here under Toggle Editor, the first one, I'm gonna change that and make it match better. So if I look on the website, if I refresh, I still have my color picker open. I have to click off of that. But if I refresh now, that color definitely more closely matches this. Um, so the trick then might be just to have an event on the calendar that's all day and then grab the color from here. I hope this is making sense. If it's not, then you're more than welcome to let me take care of it. If it is making sense, then hopefully that gets you enough of an explanation to start working towards making these changes yourself. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have questions. Take care and God bless.